wind. Hold on. So what do? I am a graduate student at the Van Andel Graduate School of Statesmanship. I study the classics. I study Plato, Aristotle, the moderns too. Machiavelli, Nikola Tesla, Newton, people like this, and in their views on justice. What is the city? What is man? Should illiterates have voting rights? These questions like these, the answers sometimes can be kind of hard, and you need people to think and figure it out, and then go work in Lansing, in the Michigan capital, because that's where hope lies, is in, the Bushido level samurai honor that you see in places like Lansing, Michigan, with our state representatives. And but the problem is they don't know the classics. They don't know Plato. They don't know what Socrates said about men and women exercising together, or what the dialogue against Timarchus says about depriving sexual deviants of any voting rights or citizenship. And that's important stuff to know for constructing a state that's going to work, right? But you also have to remember that you have to be a guardian of the city. That's in the Republic. You have to be sort of a nasty physical beast that's willing to take out any threats. Someone who watches for danger, looks around. How many rooms are in that house? Do they lock the doors? Who's the strongest? Is he more of a sit down, watch TV kind of guy, or a lift weights, jujitsu kind of guy who can be taken out less easily than the sit down, watch TV kind of guy? That's what the Guardian looks for, constantly watching for danger. You got to be a protector of the city. If you recognize it, it's your friend, and if you don't, you're like this dog, this barking dog. You hate it. Like that dog hates me, and I hate him. So my main project at the Van Andel Graduate School has been to, do research work on Plato's Republic, and specifically the part where, Plato's Socrates discusses the different kinds of music that ancient Greece would, that the different, peoples in ancient Greece all descended from the same, invaders that came in through Mycenae, but they developed these different kinds of music that affected the politics differently. And so I've done some work, I've looked at some ancient tomes, I've read the scrolls, and I've sort of reconstructed, if you will, what the Dorian mode would have sounded like. And it's kind of, they would have these 6-string lyres, kind of like this one. And it would be kind of almost like a Spanish thing, like a little bit of this. That would be sort of a Dorian mode. It's all based on the minor pentatonic, which sounds, kind of Middle Eastern-y. And, but, and that's good for sort of an ethic of the city that's, elevating, lifted towards the gods. But then this guy, Diogenes the Cynic, comes along later, in the history of Greece, and he changes up the lyre a little bit. This is a reconstruction of what he would have had. So Diogenes the Cynic, he's in an amphora in the agora. He's, giving his wisdom, his anti-philosophical, sort of cynical, proto-Nietzschean wisdom about how philosophy's, useless, and we got to get back to nature. And then one day, Diogenes is sitting out in the agora, in his amphora, and he starts tapping his foot. And he does this for several hours, and his disciples are just watching him. He's just kind of staring directly at the sun, tapping his foot, until one of his disciples brings him a lyre, like this one. And he sets it up so that it routes 2 pickups together to buck the hum, that comes in through the air. And he's tapping his foot, and all of a sudden, and the Greeks go nuts. They've never heard anything like it, He goes up, he invents the blues standard of 1-4-5. Walking down, all that kind of stuff. And he was Diogenes the Cynic. And what is the cynic really, if not a blues man? That was his thing.